Disclaimer: the following Boundless Podtrap episode contains strong opinions that some listeners may and will find offensive. If you cannot accept or respect others with a differing opinion from yours, then fuck off.
Rolling sound.
I like turtles.
Shush!
Oh,
Let me see your war face.
now y'all ain't planning on fucking these chickens, are you?
Picture it. Sicily, 1920.
Aren't we fucking funny?
Streaming from the Midwest, right in the middle of the U.S. From Omaha, Nebraska, you're listening to the Boundless Podtrap, your entertainment podcast where we touch on all topics, from the crazy and absurd to the sacred and profane, and even the useless and unnecessary. The Boundless Podtrap knows no bounds. And now, here are your hosts.
What's happening, everybody? It is episode 021 of the Boundless Podtrap.
21 fucking episodes. We can't get it in right.
No, this guy over here on the buttons. What's with him?
It'll be right when I plug it in.
I mean, that was the quickest fail ever. Like, it's literally like, disclaimer. Wah, 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 wah.
I just got a notification. A notification on my mobile. This episode is brought to you by the letters B, P, T, and the numbers 021.
10, 10, 3, 2, 1.
No. We're past that.
No, I'm not. I still use it.
Really?
Yeah.
What is... Isn't that like the... Fuck, what is that?
It was like something for like long distance calling back in the 90s or 90s, early 2000s. I just remember like John Stamos did like a commercial for one of them. They had like celebrities like, I use 10, 10, 3, 2, 1 whenever I call collect.
Oh, yes. That was the collect.
Lonnie, you're looking at us like we're aliens.
He's trying to Lycos it real quick.
I didn't get a call collect.
Well, nobody did. That was I never called collect either, but
I remember
the commercials.
Get that collect phone call on the phone bill. I'd get beat with the backside of a shovel.
That does not sound pleasant at all.
Wow.
You want to call collect in my house. The only time we got collect calls is from my uncle asking him to bail him out of jail.
Nice.
Makes me think of Back to the Future.
I was just thinking about one of my uncles just today before he got here, my gay Uncle John. And like one of the things that I always...
We didn't need that much explanation. You could have just said your Uncle John.
That's how
or your gay uncle. We would have knew.
My gay Uncle
Either
John.
way.
Yeah.
Sorry, John, if nobody else knows.
Happy
Congratulations.
coming out day.
The thing about that is like, I mean, I grew up with him. Like he watched me and my brother. That's it.
Worst time for Lonnie to take a drink. Oh, no.
Did you just spit over the microphone?
Oh, my God.
What did you insert into that?
Your uncle.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you said watch, not wash.
Watched.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We might, I don't know. It was... Look, he was a pretty cool uncle, and like the thing that I don't get about a lot of people is like, I don't want my kids around like somebody who's gay and stuff like that. It's like, well, you're kind of associating gay with pedophilia. Those are two different things. They're not the same thing,
right? And why do you think your kid's cute enough to be seduced anyway?
Wow, that was a good intro.
But
good one.
Yeah, shout out to my gay Uncle John.
Shout out to all gay Uncle Johns.
Shout out to all gay people. We support you.
Whether you're out or not, we support you 100%.
That's I just don't know how people could not. Like, what's the big deal? Like, I could see if somebody was homosexual and you weren't, and they were like forcing themselves on you and stuff like that, then you could probably have an opinion, but if they're living their life, just let them live their life.
Yeah.
They're
everyone's allowed to live their best life.
Fabulously.
I mean, I have several homosexual friends. There's no joke there. You're both looking at me for to say like a joke about you guys or something. I'm being dead serious. I have a lot of them. So we're going to play a new game tonight.
I got a game too.
Oh, well, mine's not really a game, but this is not my topic. I was just going to say, this is a fun game for our listeners. Every time
Audible.
Every time that either Lonnie, Justin, or myself says the words like or drink some alcohol.
They're not going to get it.
You'll be shit-faced in 5 seconds.
Well, they're not going to. I have to think about what we're saying.
We were just talking before we started recording about. We started kind of listening. Like I started listening. I just did it there. I started listening to our podcast more often lately. Usually I do not because I was there. Don't really need to hear it. But listening to it, the amount of times I say like and it's just, yeah. So now
that's all you're thinking about.
I'm thinking about it, and I'm trying my damnedest not to say any of those things.
Don't think about the pink elephant. Don't think about the pink elephant.
Well, that's the joy with our style of podcast we do. We're not reading it verbatim. Like a lot of our commentary we're doing is off the cuff. So we're developing it as the moments go. And sometimes like you talk faster than your brain thinks.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely.
and we're also males, so we talk faster than our brain thinks anyway. Mm-hmm. So that's a double-edged sword there.
I just need to, at least with the
we at least have a filter that filters out all the N-words that you say.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, gentlemen.
That's the big Jeremy
Unless, if by that you mean knobbies.
I was talking about Nixon. Black people hate the word Nixon. He was a bad guy.
Corona. That was a different one.
Corona.
So what's been up with you guys?
A lot of working. I've worked a lot the last couple weeks. I think since the last time we recorded, I think I've only had like one day off from work, but it's enjoyable. You
got to call in more often.
Yeah.
Utilize
everybody else.
Too good of an employee.
Everybody else I work with does that enough.
That's why you're working so much, is because everybody's calling in.
It's because stuff needs to get done.
It's like a little bit of column A, a little bit of Columbine.
And it's
fucking damn.
Oh man. And I got some new product at my work in my department that I'm excited about too. I haven't got a chance to really get it how I want. I mean, it's out, but it's not how I want it to be out, but I'm super excited. A lot of drag queens come into my work.
Justin's out and people now Jeremy's out.
They come into my work and buy makeup, and they've been requesting this certain makeup, and I finally got it in. So
awesome.
I'm excited to have it for
Fuck it up, bitch.
So, yeah. What about you guys?
I got the shot.
Did ya?
Yeah.
I didn't think we could get it. Well, I guess you're a government employee.
I'm a government.
Nice.
So let's talk. Maybe we did talk about this. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever talked about COVID.
Yeah. Who gives a fuck about what's going on with me? Let's talk about something else.
The vaccine.
What's up?
I don't know. Are you planning on getting it, Lonnie?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know if I'm going to.
If
not anytime soon.
My job requires me to get it. For those people who are listening who do not want it but have got it, I've developed a machine that will extract it out of you. That way, nothing. It's a.
And for you gentlemen, it's his lips.
Why do you? It's discreet. So I'll put a blanket over my head and
it's a traveling.
It's like I didn't get a shot there.
My concern. I think it's great. And I hope it's got great
benefits.
And so far the short-term effects of it are fantastic. But I feel this thing was made way too quickly.
Yeah, some people are experiencing some bad effects. Like there's this chick who was pregnant when she got it, and her baby came out Asian, and the husband's not. So
it's fucked up. Yeah. So the short-term effects are great. We don't know anything about long-term. It hasn't been in people long enough, and it's like we all know how things are.
Right.
And now 2 years from now, it's gonna be like, remember that vaccine everybody got? Well, it's known to cause cancer and eat your insides out.
Right. Clinical trials are there for a reason, but I think the mass hysteria of people outweighed the need for clinical trials. I think that's why there's so many vaccines being developed at these points. I know there's a vaccine, I think it was developed in the UK, that was actually faking its results to be better known, get better approval.
Something, you said faking. My brother-in-law last week had to go to the emergency room because his chest was tight. He was having trouble breathing.
He was faking that shit?
And was coughing a lot. And his work made him go to the emergency room because it's like, sound like COVID. So he went there. They tested him. He got tested, I think, 2 or 3 times, at least 2 times. Both times came back negative for COVID.
Turns out it was just a boring old heart attack.
Bronchitis. But the hospital said that they're going to mark it as COVID. And when he asked them why, they said because they get funding for it. So now it really makes me wonder how much of those numbers were inflated.
Wait, this was just recently?
This was
because I thought they just corrected a lot of that.
I was going to say
CDC changed their website to reflect the actual numbers at the beginning of the year.
Like a quarter of his number.
Yeah.
Well,
and if they're still getting funding, I think they would be a little bit more. Which hospital? Are you talking about the?
Is it on base?
Your undercover,
VA.
deep undercover agent?
My basement.
The basement hospital.
You were supposed to be there today for your physical, and you never showed.
I couldn't. The kids need new shoes.
I know. That's why I'm giving you the physical. I pay you. So, Lonnie, how are you doing?
Oh God.
Oh,
I'm trying to buy a new house.
Buy
a new house.
I'll let you redo it.
I'm trying to buy a new house, and that shit's annoying.
You said you don't want to live in an apartment, right?
I can't live in an apartment.
Why not?
I can't be around other people.
Oh, because of the accident?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like my dick out too much.
That's fine.
There's some apartments where that's okay.
Right. No,
with like the 50+ apartments?
Yeah.
Right.
The ones you see on Pornhub.
Sir,
yeah.
Please return to your room.
Put that away. No, due to mental reasons, I can't live in an apartment.
I hear you.
So, but, there's a house that went for sale literally across the street from my parents' house, which is a significant drive.
Yeah, I've been there with you.
It's not enough of a drive to not it be worth it. Super cheap house, super beautiful house. But, God, working with bankers is the worst thing on earth.
They got the money, you don't.
Yeah,
they
it's
know
like,
it.
fill out this application, we'll get right back to you. And that was on Monday, and it's Thursday night. And it's like, fuck, make up your mind. Like, give me a quick no. If you're going to give me a no, don't make me wait all day for it, kind of a thing.
I mean, if you were living in a mansion and they knew you had money, they would have probably helped you out on Monday.
Right. But other than that, I've just been watching as much, like, bad indie horror that I can find. And I've watched some good ones. I've watched some bad ones. But I know you guys aren't really video gamers, but I bought and have been playing Until Dawn. That game is fucking great. Like,
I'm a binger.
It's a horror-based game, and it's not like a game in the sense of that you're playing a game. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure game. And, like, you have to keep people alive, and you have to, like, you have 2 choices, and you have to pick the most ideal choice. So it's basically like a choose-your-own-adventure book, but it's a video game.
Right.
And there's, like, 250 different endings depending on, like, what scenarios you make. It changes the butterfly effect of the game, and it's super cool.
Who made that?
It's a PS4 exclusive.
Gotcha. I mean, but what's the company? Like,
I have no idea.
Bethesda? And...
No, I don't.
Is it the people who did, like, Dark Reign or...
No, it's the same company that made, like, I think it's the Tall Tale Games company. They made, like, the Walking Dead games. They made the Batman Choose-Your-Own-Adventure games.
My issue with, like first, I go with the likes, damn it. My issue with video games are that I just, A, don't have time to do them, and B, they're too freaking complicated nowadays. There's too many buttons and toggles on the controllers.
This old man over here.
If it were
Damn
Super
kids.
Nintendo, the 4-button thing, I would love to play video games.
6
but
buttons.
I watch my nephews play games, and I'm like, what are you doing? That's just, I feel like they can operate an airplane if they wanted to with how many buttons and switches there are in these controls.
And that's what the joy of this game was. Like, most of it was all, like, cognitive story-based and less...
It's
like
kind of a
action-based. Yeah.
Yeah.
But most of it is like, what would you do in this scenario? Like, as the boyfriend, do you defend your girlfriend when she's being a cunt to this girl? Like,
that's
what
a scenario?
do you do? Yeah.
Okay.
Like, that's part of the scenario. It's like
your girlfriend's being a cunt.
3 couples and, like, a lonely dude are in this hotel room.
I wonder which one I am.
A year after these 2 girls run out of the mansion because you played a trick on them. And they both die. So you go back the year.
Was that the trick?
Year after. No, you like set the one girl up with a guy she likes, and she starts being like, hell yeah, and starts taking off her clothes, and you're like, whoa, it was a joke. And she's like, fuck you guys, and she runs off, and her twin sister chases her, and they both get attacked by a Wendigo, but you don't know that until later in the game.
Like a traveling van?
Spoiler.
Yeah, it's a game from 2014, so
Okay.
if one of our
It's in the
25
camper.
listeners wants to know about the game,
We are up to that.
we do have 25 fans now.
We're like just under 300 downloads.
Nice.
I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts, and their newest one was dropped yesterday, and they do their Patreon thing. There's like, we just celebrated our 700th Patreon member. I would kill to have at least like 10 Patreon members, 7, but 700. Good Lord.
Damn.
We'll get there someday. These guys have been doing it for a long time.
Right.
So,
But yeah, that game has been taking up my time. I've been waiting for my phone to call.
you know what game I thought was fun? One of my buddies many, many years ago, he was still is a popular YouTuber, and his thing was playing video games. And since he had so many subscribers, he was pretty legit.
You know the angry video game nerd?
Yeah. Actually, I think he probably knows him, but we had an office together, and he would get free stuff all the time, and they would send him games before they were out for the public for him to play and give his review. We got to play the Friday the 13th one.
Oh, yeah.
That's fun. Yeah.
That was fun. I mean, I
Fun,
just sat there while he played it, and I had a microphone, and I was talking while he was playing and stuff, but that was fun.
The thing I think about, like, when it comes to video games, because I am so far behind on a lot of the stuff. Like, I window shop so much, and when I actually play games, I'll probably binge it for like 2 weeks, and then I won't touch it for 6 months.
Right.
And
That's
I'm
how
just
I
thinking about it, like,
masturbate.
man, my retirement is going to be so entertaining. Like, I'm not going to be playing like Scrabble and whatever.
You said it exactly. Like, that's how my gaming experience goes. I have a friend when I lived in Des Moines who was a super huge gamer, and that's how our system was, is he played the games, I got the headset to talk shit. Like, that's how our gaming went. He was too shy and polite to be an asshole, and I was too bad at video games to not be an asshole. So I got the headset to talk shit. He got the controller to play. It was like the perfect harmony of gaming.
Whoever's on the other end of that, they're like, some kid is just
Like,
Yeah.
who let their little sister get the
9-year-old's just
headset?
You know, and that was the thing I enjoyed was he played the video games. He got all the stuff. I mean, he talked, like we both were on headsets and whatnot, but you know, it was fun because I got to reap a lot of the benefits and go on trips and stuff with him.
Right.
We were sent to WrestleMania because he did a lot of stuff for the WWE 2K games.
Tony Pizza Guy.
Yeah, and they would send us to WrestleMania 2 years in a row, and I was his camera guy, which was fun because we got to interview some people. But I mean, I guess, you know, I feel like, yeah, you can play video games, but to me, I felt like I'd rather live life and create my own things instead of just sit on my ass and waste time. But you can get paid for it and get free stuff, I guess.
Speaking
go for
of
it.
pay, Lonnie, you owe your wife $80.
For what?
I
I owe her a lot more than $80, but what this time?
Well, I told her that you owed me $88, and she's like, well, I'll just pay it and get it back from him.
Okay.
So you have to pay her the $80.
What did we owe you
I'm
$80
going to eat a
for?
Twinkie.
You didn't owe me. I was just saying that you did. That way she could probably pay me if possible, and she
What?
did.
Don't you owe Paco $80?
No, now you owe.
Paco,
Yeah.
give me Paco.
I got to pull it up.
Yeah, you do. We can't talk about
Well, the
Paco.
one fucking time your phone's off and not making noise.
Paco, Paco, Paco. Paco,
Paco, Paco, give me Paco.
Paco, Paco, Paco.
As
There
I'm
we go.
eating a Twinkie.
Yeah, tribute to Paco. I haven't seen him in a while.
Well, what's first on our agenda?
That's a good question. Well, the game's out the window. we
My
just, yeah.
my topic's kind of fun.
All right.
Hopefully it'll be fun.
Since yours is fun,
You want me to start?
yeah, we'll let you go first
All right.
with this.
So, we're 21 episodes in,
There we are.
and it's been a while. We've kind of tiptoed to that line.
We're legal now.
Yeah, we've kind of
We-
we've kind of tiptoed to that line of being offensive lately, but we've kind of left a lot of space between it.
We're going to start talking about
And
midget amputee albino porn.
now,
Again?
but you know, I wanted to get a little bit closer to that line because we always talk about how we're boundless, and I don't think we have really touched on our fans who appreciate our true
I touch on as many fans as I can.
crazy offensive stuff. So I'm gonna play a little game, but I'm gonna preface this game as this game is a gold star warning. So anyone who gets offended easily, I'm gonna say go ahead and skip ahead. Oh, probably about 10 minutes or so.
If you're listening to this, there is a disclaimer in the beginning, so you should already... Yeah,
Right.
know.
So skip ahead about, I'd say about 13 minutes. I'm sure we'll have a little giggle. I'll count to 5, and at 5, go ahead and skip 10 minutes. So 1, 2,
I'm going to cut these out.
3, 4, and 5. Okay, boys, we're going to play a little game. This game is called Offensive Stereotypes, or Foods, or both. Does that make sense?
So it's offensive stereotypes, foods, or both.
Offensive stereotype is this name.
Like-
Is it an offensive stereotype for a group of people, or a food, or is it both? So, for example,
Like an Irish mullet?
cracker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, so here we go. Number
Just
one.
so everybody knows, I had nothing to do with this. I'm just doing what I'm asked.
So number 1, kraut.
Both.
Jeremy,
Food.
food. It is both. Kraut is a brand of cabbage. It is also a slang for a German soldier back in World War II.
I call them krauts all the time.
Number 2, tripe.
What?
Tripe.
Tripe?
Yep.
I want to say this is more of a people.
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 It is actually a food.
Yes.
It is a stomach lining of an ox or a sheep.
That's not food. That's called a condom.
Tripe for him.
Can you imagine the people who still use stuff like that?
Condoms, yeah.
Well, no, the
Fucking noobs.
the sheep belly condom type of thing is like, do you just keep a sheep next to your bed and then slaughter it and then get on with it? Or like, how fresh does it have to be?
Get your
to-
reproductive game on, bro.
I'll figure it out, the
I'm still working on that
logistics.
12-pack of condoms I bought 20 years ago.
It's expired.
Just a little powdery
I put it in the fridge.
and dry.
All right, number 3, Mick.
That's people.
Both.
It is not. It is a slang for an Irishman.
Irishman. All right.
Because a lot of their names are like
McLaughlin.
Williams or
Thank God this game
Mick
isn't
Riley.
counting towards
Priest
another
McAllister.
right. No. Number 4,
Wait, is this like a, let's see who's more racist?
basically.
Damn it.
You're winning, Justin.
Yay.
Number 4, Shirak.
That's a food.
Both.
It is just a food. It is the deep fried animal reproductive organs.
Leave it to Justin. Something like that.
Deep fried cocks and ovaries of
He
animals.
probably
so
ate
good.
one with some garlic on the way over here.
Oh, don't say that. It sounds,
Yucky.
oh my God. Oh my fucking God.
Number 5,
Sorry.
catsup.
Catsup?
Catsup.
I think it's, I don't think people are called, I'm just going to say it's food.
Jeremy.
Food.
It's just the original ketchup. Catsup.
It is both.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It is a condiment, and it is also a name for a Russian person.
Really?
And that's
Yep.
also how somebody with a lisp says ketchup. Ketchup.
I just call them commies. No.
I just call them
Ketchup.
number 6, pepper.
Both.
Both.
Both, yep. It's a seasoning, and it's a term for a French Canadian.
Oh,
They call those Northerners peppers.
I just call old people peppers
Number 7,
because they're grays and
yeah, salt and peppers. Number 7, brush meat.
Brush meat?
brush meat.
Or bush meat, sorry.
Bush
I can't read. Bush meat.
That's-
There's no R in this word. Bush meat.
Oh man,
I'm just going to say people.
I feel bad for saying both. This isn't Vietnamese people. Don't tell me it is.
Bush meat is different kinds of meat from the African plains.
I'll edit what I said.
Nope.
Number 8, taffy.
That's both.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It is both. It's,
My answer informed his opinion, so
Well, that's
fucked
why
up.
you like jump out of the gate. Like, don't give me time to think about it because
Well-
I'm not racist like you.
you're racist in a different way.
It is both. It is a candy, a delicious candy,
Mm.
and a term for Welsh people.
Delicious people.
Shake that laffy taffy. That laffy
I
taffy.
call him taffy. Number 9, one close to my heart, yid.
What on earth was that?
That was my tummy.
Oh my God. Your tummy
yid?
just point to your tummy.
That's
A yid.
I'm going to say both.
I want to say both. I'm just going to say it's people.
It is just people. A Yid is a group of Jewish people who predominantly speak in the Yiddish language. And number 10, a Twinkie.
Oh,
Both.
It is both. A Twinkie is a Euro-American or Asian American who has nothing to do with the actual culture, who is just doing it for mainstream appeal.
Speaking of Twinkies,
There's one left.
There's one left.
I
if
will
you
take
want
that
it.
last one.
And just for fun, as I was going through all these offensive stereotypes, I found as many white stereotypes as possible because I feel like white people aren't given like enough names. Like we get called cracker.
Everybody insults
called
me like on a daily basis.
The white devil. That's like, I think those are lame. So for everyone who's listening, here's some more white stereotype names you can call us if you see us in public. So these are for you: gin jockey, gringo, gooba from your people,
A gooba?
I
gwr,
was looking at Justin when he said that, by the way. Not my people.
gwr, honky. Obviously, that's a good one. Londo. My personal new favorite, mayonnaise monkey. Right? It's fucking fantastic.
Mayonnaise monkey. I'm not on the mayonnaise bandwagon.
Ofe, red legs, snowflakes, white ears, whitey,
White ears?
white ears, whitey, and yank,
Wow.
to name a few.
Well, if we did not offend you,
We'll try
we'll
harder
try.
next
Yeah.
week.
We got a Jew, a Polak, and an Italian
And
man.
a Goomba.
And a Goomba. Yeah. I always have to call people out on
What?
their
What was
racial.
another- I had one for you. I think it was, it was too far apart. It was, I couldn't get Whop to go into Whopper.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. WAP is just like without papers. It's what the Italians were known for, or a stereotype, or a what is the word I'm thinking of?
I don't know. We're not racist.
There's an Italian joke. It goes like, "What sound does a flat tire make?" Dago, 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 wop. Dago wop. Okay. Yeah, and I always have to call.
You just had to show me up at the end there, did it? Jeff?
I have to call people out on like the dago thing. You know, like, hey, how'd your dago? I'm like, how'd your Jewin? Like, I don't know.
Oh, you broke Lonnie. Man alive.
Okay, everyone who wasn't listening, you can turn back on.
I think we need to, in a couple episodes, we just have a dad joke type of podcast where everything we
absolutely.
say is just the hokiest thing in the world.
Absolutely.
I had to keep the soundboard fresh on that one.
Yeah. Maybe you'll know how to use it by then.
I know how to use it.
No.
I'm trained and proficient in all my. You know what?
That makes me think of that. Oh no! We suck again. That inappropriate laugh track thing that they on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
I just sent
Fucking
that.
love that.
I sent that to somebody the other day. Oh man, the
man.
good stuff. All right, well, congratulations, Justin. You are racist.
You are the
Yay.
most, you are the most racist.
I
of
think
the
he
group.
got every single one right.
He was pretty close. Yeah.
I'm a very cultured person.
Yeah,
I like different cultures and cuisines.
But the ones I picked weren't like bad. Like
They were mediocre.
My offensive culture. I mean, I could have did a whole list.
I was
on-
expecting a lot worse.
Right. I could have did a whole list on Jew ones. I was just losing my shit over. I sit and reading them to Tracy. I'm like, listen to this one. She's like, you know, you're an asshole. I'm like,
But you can say it if you fall
You are
under.
one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can say it if you're not, too, but it's called freedom of speech, right?
Right.
It just identifies who you are, that's all.
Right.
It's like, oh, that guy's an a-hole. If you're an a-hole, you can't say, or if you're not an a-hole, you can't say a-hole.
I thought this lady I worked with the other day in the cake decorating
You thought
department.
she was an a-hole?
I'm walking down the aisle and she's helping a customer, and I swore she said, "Are you looking for the a-holes?" And I lost my shit. But the person was looking for egg holes. But
The fuck's an egg hole?
I think it was a cookie cutter in the shape of an egg, and they called it an egg hole or something. I don't know, but I heard a-hole, and I'm like, yes, we can start calling customers names now. I love it. What's next? Yours? Mine?
Yeah, we can do. I'll do.
What is yours?
Scusi.
I think you're dying over there.
I think
your insides are finally
turning.
rebelling.
You're turning.
I think we're comfortable with our listeners now. You're belching, farting in front of them.
Get the garlic pen. You're going to have to get the garlic
Get his
pen.
EpiPen.
All right. Well, guys, I want to share with you a little something. Have you guys ever wanted something so much that it was nearly unbearable?
Yes.
The waiting and expectations piques your interest, so you jump on the train head first.
Is this going to be another fucking pyramid scheme?
Well, I want to share with you that sensational solution. But first, imagine, there you are, strolling along when suddenly you hear a boom in the distance. What is it? What the hell was that? You don't know. You can see the smoke from afar, but it seems like the closer you get, the further you are. No matter how many fences you jump, there's an even bigger one ahead, and you can't even tell if you're on the right track. What is that? That, my friends, that's that feeling. Can you sense it? That's a question. Can you sense it? Anyways, I want to show you exactly how to take personal power back. In a second, I will reveal this secret. And when you find out how amazingly simple it is, you'll be astonished. But think, everyone has been there. Everyone knows how frustrating it is. It's like you're investing all this time gathering this huge pile of nuts and acorns, and that one that catches your eye out there all by itself, it looks the most promising. You think, hell yeah, I want to add that to the collection. So you take a few steps and look back at your luscious set of nuts and acorns, and you find that they're all gone. You've been cleared out by the rest of the greedy squirrels. All that time and effort down the drain. Sit with that feeling for a second. This bitter despair. Today, I want to give you the tools to remedy that. I have designed a 2-step, easy-to-follow process that anyone can learn right now. And you might think, can it really be that easy? Hell yeah, it is. Lucky for you, you are listening to this podcast. I haven't shared this anywhere else publicly. Few people who I have shared this secret with have raved that it has changed their lives for the best. Can you imagine being faced with a situation where you aren't entirely in control of your body? You know, you are going through the motions, but there's this need that is not fully met, like a heavy rock that is on your chest, rendering you incapable of moving. The thing is you put it there yourself. You can't recall precisely when, but you can pinpoint an estimated time. There was a sign that said, "Hey idiot, put large rock on chest." That was the last thing you remember before you were underneath it, crushing your life. Now you just wait for it to start to feel good. You wonder, does it come in the form of a nipple orgasm, or the graze across the bottom of your feet like a pleasant tickle? Or maybe it's like the most tastiest candy that makes your salivatory glands flow? Ooh. Or maybe it's like if there were millions of taste buds all over your genitalia and you pleasured yourself with the sweetest of fruits. That's killing 2 birds with one truck. Are you anxious to hear this compelling piece of classified information yet? Now, I don't know how long this is going to be on this public domain, so we might even get flagged for it this episode. It might be taken down, all that mess. But I feel passionate about this restricted knowledge. So take out a piece of paper and write this down.
Like in real life?
I don't have a pen.
Don't click it. Move on. So we're talking about clickbait.
Lonnie, you're closer. Hit him.
No, don't.
We each have a pair of scissors.
This might be a good time to remind the listeners that we all write our own stuff.
We all choose our own segments.
Yeah, no. The topic is clickbait. Yeah. One of the what is clickbait? You guys tell me.
That was clickbait.
Exactly. And
it's to get people to your website or domain or whatever it is by enticing them with something. Like they'll say the first part of the sentence, and then right when it gets to the juicy part of the sentence, it's like, click here to see the rest, and boom.
Right.
Don't you hate that? It's like those ones, like a little thumbnail that has like this hot chick on it, and you're like, ooh, that kind of piques my interest. I'll click that, and she's not even in any of the slides.
Trailers, though. Trailers to movies can also be clickbait.
Yeah.
Like a lot of nowadays, trailers can give you the majority of the good part of a movie, because that's all there is that small section of good parts, and now you got to sit through 84 minutes of shit movie.
And you saw the good stuff in the trailer.
Right.
They used to be called cliffhangers.
Yeah. That's pretty much what Oh, scusi, man, I'm so burpy tonight. That's usually what clickbait is. It's pretty much designed to draw you in. It's like curated lists or outlandish headlines or racy thumbnails to make you click through, like the easiest way to get free money, or one of the BuzzFeeds, you won't believe what happened to the 2-month baby and the boa constrictor, or one of Lonnie's top 10 lists, or a scantily clad bodacious babe with center bar in all the right places, or titles like 6 reasons why you're eating your own feces have longevity benefits, number 4 will blow your mind, etc.
Justin chose this because he's one of those people that's like the easy target.
top 10 rifles. Number 4 will blow your mind.
That too far.
Really? After my racist game? That's too far?
Yeah, well, the racism isn't inflicting violence. Blowing your mind.
Oh, yeah, because no racism has ever started a war before.
Right.
There wasn't like, what, 50 million of my people died because one racist dude.
Is that how many?
I don't know. There's a lot of them, though.
A
Anyways.
moment of silence.
Go on to your clickbait.
Yeah. So yeah, you got the little enticing headlines and images and stuff like that. That's pretty much what clickbait is. And it gets so annoying. That's one of my pet peeves too. It's like, we're not necessarily prepared to deal with it. Or I guess, I mean, we are, but we aren't. It's like the human brain is so easily brainwashed. It's like something that sounds so juicy. You're like, ooh, what is that? Ooh. And it's everywhere. It's pretty much online. Any type of screen, product placement. It's in our sports, like advertisements, everywhere. It wants you to buy money. Buy money. No, it wants you to spend money.
Buy money?
Yeah.
I'll definitely buy money.
Yeah. So it's like
for the right price.
You basically are doing that when you go to the ATM, when you pay the fee.
Yeah. So I didn't necessarily have an ending with all of this, but I was just going to talk about it.
You put all your effort into that music, that song.
I mean, in all fairness, that was a pretty hot intro. Like,
it was.
That was a great intro.
Look where we're at now.
Exactly.
The best part was Lonnie actually picked up a pen and was frozen when you're like, don't click it. That's
what clickbait is. It over delivers and over promises and under delivers. It's manipulative. It's repetitive.
I just like the people on like Facebook. Whenever there are those clickbait things, there's those people that comment in it like, "This is clickbait." And it's just like those people. Those people are unsung heroes.
You're doing America. You're doing the work.
Click here and you could be in a drawing for $50 billion.
Okay.
You know what I used to love for the fucking chain emails, like the original clickbaits, like, send this to 500 people and you'll have good luck today. It's like, I don't even fucking know 500 people. I live in a town of 98 people.
My mom does that. Like, she shares all the, send this to 10. And I got another friend who does it. It's almost on a daily basis. It's like, come on, like, you make your own luck, okay? Just, yeah.
Wouldn't you feel bad, though, if, like, they listened to you and they stopped doing that, and then the next chain letter they got, they didn't do it, and they died?
Like, if you didn't send this, then this... What was that one that they were... It was like on a cartoon. There was, like, that doll. It was a Japanese doll type of thing, and she just looked so crazed. It's supposed to be, like, in YouTube videos, and it's like, when you watched it again, she wasn't in it. But if you didn't share the video, like... she would kill you.
Sounds like a shitty version of the ring.
It is. And yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, with like technology these days, especially like Facebook and Google and all that, like they have all these algorithms that kind of learn who you are, find out the demographics. They work into your psychology because there's so many like test product type of thing to see like, maybe we'll use this color to entice somebody, and then we'll probably use this space or a background or some chick in front of a car. And
what was the name of that documentary that Chuck showed us that was about that?
About clickbait?
Well, it was about algorithms. Remember?
I wasn't there for that one.
You weren't? Were you there?
Wasn't it the social?
The social dilemma.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that one.
In a while, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's missing you.
The social dilemma. That's what it is. That's basically what you're talking about, like how it
engages
and controls
you
people
for sure. But we're so weak to that. I think we live in like this fast-paced world nowadays, and we have what is called like novel stimuli, where it's like FOMO or fear of missing out type of thing. It's like you don't necessarily have an idea or interest in it, but then like you go off and do another task, and you're like, wait a second, well, what if? And then you it's a time waster. Like, we can't sit with our own brains anymore. We have to be plugged into something.
Kinda, yeah. I'm trying to get out of that habit.
All right.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I've kind of been developing in like the last 2-3 years about that because I had a huge FOMO. I just opened up my emails a few months back because I'm not.
His name is Uncle what?
This guy. That's not even a joke.
Uncle Creepy Toucher.
It's Uncle John.
Oh,
Uncle John. He didn't touch me,
Enough.
and I'm mad about that.
What was wrong with me? I was adorable.
anyways, your FOMO.
Yeah, FOMO. And so I opened up my emails and I'm like, holy shit, there's like 73,000 emails unchecked here, and I should probably go through this or just burn the whole thing, start afresh.
I do that sometimes. Like, go back
do.
to your very first email you have in your email and be like, what is this? Because I still have my very first email account.
I don't. They stopped.
What is it?
Well, no. Like, I obviously don't use it, but it's still active and I still have it. My very first email account was DVS1C10 at hotmail.com.
Hotmail. Is Hotmail still a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was on Excite. My very first email address was vin@excite.com. It was like an alias that I used to use for Vin Vacanti. That was my vampire name.
You what was it?
Vin Vacanti.
I have no words.
It's not. It's something I just made up. But
his goth name.
Yeah, I used to write a lot of poetry. One of the alias. I can't even say the word.
You used to write a lot of poetry?
Yeah.
You read poetry to me every day.
No, but I used to write more.
No, you
what I read to you is easy. It just comes off of my tongue.
You know what I remember what my first screen name was on AOL. You're talking about emails and stuff like that. It just hit me. I was full of myself. It was Too Sexy 329.
Oh, really?
But it was spelled TWO because
Nice.
TOO was already taken.
Damn it.
Well, that wasn't my first screen name. That was my first email. My first screen name was little x, capital X, little x, Chubbs,
Wow.
little x,
How did
big X, little x.
How did you know? Never mind.
My very first one, screen name, it was like Eric Draven 17 because 1 through 16 was already taken, I guess. And
Yeah, if you're listening to this, what was your first screen name on AOL?
is it still active? Can we send you
Let us be like,
spam?
what was it? ASL? The ASL
Age,
check?
sex, location.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was how you
36.
That's how you always,
Location, mom's base.
that was like how you entered chat rooms, ASL, just so everybody who you were gonna try to bang.
Yeah. Now we can send you guys all the clickbait.
Because they're listening.
1-900
Well,
fat girls.
Stacy, put your first few email addresses and your current one.
I think she's quite a few episodes behind.
Oh, well, she'll catch up.
She'll catch up.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or she got offended.
I don't
Yeah.
know if Courtney and Sydney still listen, but thank you for listening if you do.
Yeah. And
Holly listens pretty regularly as well, so
my dude from
thank you for listening.
in Africa, my dude Tossin. Thanks, man. Oh, dude.
Oh no.
I waited until there was a break. Took me easily cut.
Nope.
Well, we laugh, so we have to keep it in because it was hilarious for everybody. It's a thing that we do.
Oh shit.
So, that's my topic.
All right.
All right, on to you, Home Slice. What you got for us?
So
Not even a full page.
our main,
Nice.
not even a full page, but yet it still took.
It took like
Minutes, man.
I just love the awesome intro. Oh, so fuck, I'm not prepared.
So our main topic tonight is going to be our songs.
Oh yeah, we did have that song shit.
Well, that was going to be something added into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Do you want to
All right.
do that now or do
Yeah,
the songs?
let's go ahead
Let's
and do the
fucking do
songs.
some songs.
Let's
So,
Song it up,
fourth
bitches.
fucking time I picked up my notebook because I thought we were going to me, but
Going doing
Oh.
some curls.
Well,
like,
do
nobody
some-
cares about you, though.
I know.
I
Like,
care
nobody.
about
I
you.
thought mine was
Hey,
about.
I care about
Don't
you.
don't be nice to him.
I thought
I'm
mine
nice.
was going to be a good
My
appetite.
therapist says I need to stop being nice to people, but she told me that today, so I can start it tomorrow. Jeremy, I care about you.
Jeremy thinks he's people.
I'm sorry, what? I wasn't listening. I'm just kidding.
Take it back. Go fuck yourself.
All right, what we're going to do, since all of us have probably more of a knowledge with Jeremy's band,
Oh, okay.
we'll
I
probably
was
let
like,
him play his first. So, like last time when we did our
remember. Picking on the boy. Seems like hopeless little fuck.
So my song is "If You Met Me First" by. Oh no, that was the first one.
No, but we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to listen to it off air, and then we're going to come back with our little reviews because we're still outside of stipulations of playing things. We'll get banned off a certain, or they'll silence the whole podcast if we're on like YouTube or something.
The man's holding us down.
Yeah, that's how they got to do. So what is your first song? What is your song?
So this is a song I think most people probably know. It's from a band called Mudvayne. Now, Mudvayne's a little bit harder of a band.
Broke my jaw, and I broke my shoulder blade, clavicle, and collarbone at a Mudvayne show.
I'm so sorry.
All the shoulder things at one show, and then I broke my jaw at another one.
Mudvayne
both that Disturbed was headlining.
Mudvayne was a band that was deeply inspired by Mike Patton. So,
I like
bringing it back to episode 3.
Yeah. Episode like 5. So yeah, this is actually not one of their typical moshing, kill each other type of songs. It's actually one of their softer songs.
What is it called?
I know it's called A World So Cold. But I think there are a lot of bands out there that do heavier music like Mudvayne does, and every now and then they'll do a softer song, but I think this is probably one of the more beautiful, softer songs by a band. And yeah, let's listen to it.
Boom. So I'm probably familiar with it. Are you familiar with it?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I probably don't know all the words and stuff to it, so we're going to do a deep take. So we'll be back in a second. And we're back. So that was
A World So Cold by Mudvayne.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I probably have heard that one, but I don't recall it. Like, it's a very cool, I like it. It's like it starts off very soft and like melodic and stuff like that. Like it gets into like the middle roar, or I guess towards the end roar, like this little swan song, like going into it. Man, it's like beginning, it's kind of a realization, like something you haven't necessarily identified just yet, and then it's like I don't fucking care anymore. You're like, that's it. I've had my last straw type of thing.
Yeah, and looking at it from a musician standpoint, it's something that you don't really think of when it comes to metal and new metal. Is those are 4, and I'm not. Is it 4 or 5? It's 4, isn't it? 4 musicians.
4, yeah.
Yeah, 4 very, very talented musicians, and they really don't get a chance to really show it. In that song, if you listen, the drummer in that song is showing his chops. Like, he's keeping rhythm and he's keeping time, but he's doing things with his hands that are phenomenal. Like, there's some rolls and there's some off-tempo stuff he's doing that is just phenomenal.
Kind of reminds me of like when they break it down, like a mild tribal type of style.
Sure, yeah.
Most people may not know who they are, but if you guys remember that band where they had bullet holes, they would paint their skin like white or whatever,
right,
and they'd have bullet hole prosthetics in their forehead with blood and stuff like that.
Right.
They quit doing that because basically they said it was fucking hot and miserable when they were on stage and stuff. This, Lonnie, you had asked, I think it's from their 3rd album,
okay,
I think, but a lot of people like the meaning behind it. The song, there's so many different meanings. I don't think there's really a specific meaning. What I get from it is, I think of it's about somebody that just everything goes wrong in their life for them. And I kind of feel like it's suicide maybe type thing. Cause the lyrics, I'm flying away type of thing. Like, maybe they're flying away from their problems,
taking a trip.
Well, and that could be it too.
Yeah.
But the song for me on a personal level, it takes me back to, I want to say early 2000s, like 2001, 2002, 2003, that time period. And it just takes me back to hanging out with my friends from high school. Especially my good buddy, Michael, that not our producer, Michael, but another friend of mine that was like my best friend all through junior high and high school. And I'd say we probably listened to that song a million times. And then just listening to it takes me back to driving in the car, just driving around for the hell of it and going to Oakview Mall and whatnot. And just taking it back to simpler times. And that was when adulthood was like just starting for us. And I don't really think that we were taking it too seriously back then. And
right. Side note, like this is one of the things I do like about this gig that we're doing, the music reviews and stuff like that. It's like music is so profound to everybody's lives, and it kind of has its own little nostalgia and introduction for other people who aren't familiar with things. It's just, I think it's an ongoing thing that we're going to keep on doing like every other few episodes. But I think one of my favorite lines of this is the fever in the storm. Like it has some wicked imagery, not too much detail, but you can kind of get the taste with the rhythm, the music, the condition in which this singer belches out these lyrics. But
the thing is, like the lead singer, he can scream, but this song also proves that he can actually carry a tune as well.
Absolutely,
and,
yeah.
I just think how you had mentioned too, the drums were just heavy. I mean, from the beginning, like guitars and the vocals were soft, and then those fucking drums kick in, and it's just like boom in your face. But the guitars and everything just stay the same.
It's like a kick to the nuts for your ears.
Right. And that's the thing. It's like it's super heavy, but yet it's not heavy like you'd expect a metal song to be heavy. Like it's heavy in the sense of
heavy on the heart.
Yeah, that's a perfect analogy for it. It's melodic heavy. It's not like you're going to go out and mosh to it. It's a heavy you can dance to. It's a heavy you can flow to and feel to, but it's not a heavy like you're gonna circle pit to, or you're not gonna want to break someone to. You're gonna want to sit there and let it fill you.
Just be mellow.
Right.
We don't have the space in the studio to mosh out, so
yeah, we do.
Things are going to break. That's one thing that I oh my God, going to some of those like metal, some of the way that certain moshers dance where they like throw their fist back and stuff. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's how Lonnie dances
come
all
on.
the time.
It's like I always think of the fight song. I like that. That's cool.
You know, quick side note, and the people outside of Omaha who listen to this podcast, Omaha, surprisingly, where we're at, is one of the most, and I've traveled all around this United States for shows and playing shows and being in different environments. Omaha, Nebraska, as little as this city is, and in retrospect, I've learned that Omaha is actually one of the bigger cities in the United States per capita, is violent as motherfuck. Like, our shows are mean, and we are mean motherfuckers.
Not just that, but like...
we try to hurt people.
True. Okay, yeah, we do.
Like, in our shows, I've been in concerts that have 1,000 people, and I've been at concerts that have 500,000 people, and I've felt more safe in shows with 500,000 people than 200 people at Sokol Underground. We are mean, and when we go to shows to dance and hurt people.
I think about the shows that I've been going to lately. It's like, man, I'm so old. I'm going to see like my favorite stuff, and it's like we go to the auditorium style places with sit down type of things. Like, find your seat.
I'm like like, no, I don't want to go. Let's go halfway up.
Yeah.
Like we went to a show.
And then they won't even play your favorite song until you're like walking out. It's like, oh, got to go get the kids. And then as you're leaving there, you hear your song. Like, fuck, that's the one I wanted to listen to.
Like halfway, like, well, there's 20 minutes left.
It's beat traffic.
Go.
I've always been an observer at concerts.
Yeah.
I've never been in the mosh pit. I don't like being up front.
It's fun. It depends on where it is. I think outside shows, moshes or like crowd surfing and all that are so much better. Inside where you can't see anything, it's like, you just got to wait to see if you're going to fall on your head or not. And then people want to grab your nuts. And
I'll just watch people from afar as they beat the shit out of each other.
When
I am a boy.
grab me. We went, so for my 35th birthday, we went and seen Goldfinger, just some punk bands. I'm sure nobody who listens to this podcast will really know, but we seen Goldfinger at the House of Blues in Chicago. And that was the last show before really COVID hit. So got in the car, left super early in the morning, drove to Chicago, got real Chicago deep dish pizza, seen a show, turned around, drove home. And that was a lot easier at 20 than it was at 35.
I'm sure.
And we were in the elevator going up to get our car. And my sister was with us, and she's hyper, and she's like, yeah, I just had a Red Bull. We're good to drive home. And I'm like, I'm fucking old.
Doesn't that make you sad to think about things like that? Because I mean, it's never going to get better.
No, yeah,
you're just going to get tired.
You get cocaine.
I danced the whole time. I danced the whole 4 hours of show. I almost got in a fight. Thanks to Tracy, I didn't, and I really thank her.
Did she knock you out?
No, I would have got the shit
headlocked you.
I would have got the shit kicked out of me though. It's one of those. this big, huge guy was going through, and he planted his hand on Tracy's chest and pushed him. And I fucking took off after him. And Tracy grabbed my arm and goes, 1, you'll go to jail, and 2, look at him. And he was a good 1.5 feet taller than me, and
he's like,
probably a good.
I got the music in me. I've seen this movie before. I know how it goes down.
80 pounds beefier than me, and I just go, noted, and I fucking walked off.
And this was at a Michael Bolton concert.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some of the locations around here.
Show.
There's like 2. What's the Benson location? God damn it, what is that one?
Waiting
The
room.
waiting room.
Yeah. And they like stopped doing rap music in there because of all the fights and stuff that used to
Fights
happen.
and shootouts.
There was a
Yeah.
shooting out
Shooting.
there. Somebody
Many.
died out there.
And like the owner, he
I
was
love that
saying
show.
something like he's tired of just like
I love that venue. Though.
painting up the bullet holes and stuff like that. It's just too much. Most everything comes out of his dollar, and he's a really good guy. Like he does it for the art, not for himself.
Right.
Oh, I know him.
That venue is one of those venues that gets violent.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And the place that was Spielbound, or that is Spielbound now, it used to be like they used to have open mics, rap battles and stuff like that. I used to work down at Midtown Crossing, in that parking garage that's right across the street from it. I used to watch on camera like the people coming in and then like taking out guns and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not breaking it up. I mean, this is where I call the cops. I'm security. I'm not getting involved in that.
This is a security belt that holds my flashlight, not a gun.
Yeah. I want to. What am I going to do? Hey, now I'm a target.
Yeah.
But
Right.
yeah. So what I also like about a lot of this, especially, I mean, music is like movies. They're miniature movies. They tell stories here and there, and you can glean something from it. And I'm gonna stay on the same page. I mean, yours was pretty decent as far as like telling the story. How mine was last time with the Immortal Technique, Dance with the Devil. That was a fucking movie story type of thing. This one not so much, but it has. It's the reveal of it. So what I'm going to play is a band called Sentenced. There's a song called Guilt and Regret. Probably my favorite song from them. I'm not too familiar with a lot of their work, but most of the stuff that I have heard, I mean, they're not like one of my favorite bands, but something that I was like, well, why don't I have something of theirs? But so we're going to do a review of Guilt and Regret by Sentenced. So we'll be right back. All right. We're still back.
That was loud.
What do you boys think?
That definitely has that like mid 2000s to late 2000s European
European goth
that
type
European
of
goth sound. So
Oh, yeah.
like him, the Rasmus.
Yeah.
I love it. The vocals kind of I think could have been a little tighter, but man, that song's fucking great.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
I like it too. My complaint was going to be vocals. I thought he was kind of off key with some of the stuff, in my opinion.
And that's it. But that's the charmingness of that genre. Like you don't have to be a good singer. Like the more raspy and like
Yeah, that's very popular, like especially with the European styles and stuff like that.
Right.
That deeper voice,
like, and
the
that's
baritones.
when I was like, wow, this is very typo negative. Like Peter
Steele.
Peter Steele, yeah, like he is as
Yeah.
vibrato as you can get.
I don't know if they are American, but he kind of has like a little accent, kind of like
Definitely not. But yeah, like that song just it's great, and the lyrics are very haunting. I don't know why he was saying yesterday night, why he couldn't just say last night.
Yesternight.
Yesternight.
Yeah. I think it's
Once
the
again,
poetry
maybe
of it. The
well,
poet,
and it could be like something lost in translation as well. But yeah, awesome
Yeah.
song.
Like I think for me, I mean, it is a heart drop type of thing for the final reveal type of thing.
Right.
It's like, whoa, shit, man. I don't want to reveal too much, but if you guys want to.
It reminds me of I did a lot of theater, like tech theater. I wasn't on stage. It kind of reminds me of a
Phantom
song,
of the Opera?
like in a musical or something like that. Like one of the song that everybody would talk about after the end of that play. Like, yeah, that was that one song where he did.
Yeah.
It's very
It's kind of led more with keys instead of like guitars. I mean, like you get your heavy guitar towards, most of it, but the keys is what carries it.
yeah. Well, yeah, and that's I like I said at one point it kind of reminded me of Nothing Else Matters by Metallica.
Right.
Metallica?
Yeah. So Metallica. Yeah.
Yeah, good pick. Good pick. Liked it a lot. I'd
Wow.
be curious to hear some of their other stuff too and see if that all kind of has that feel to it.
Yeah, all of these songs can be found in the description. We still have Lonnie's left. So,
Yeah.
Lonnie, what is your pick?
So, man, it's weird that I'm coming in with the the lob tonight. You guys brought the heavy stuff, and I'm coming in with the, I'm used to being the dark one. But so I'm coming.
You got to pick us up. This podcast.
The Sesame Street theme.
So I'm coming in with a song from Jack's Mannequin. If you guys don't know who Jack's Mannequin is, the lead singer was a man called something corporate. His name's Andrew McMahon. He is now in Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness. He is a cancer survivor. He had leukemia and made a beautiful documentary called Dear Jack. And this was just one of those songs whenever I have a down moment or anyone has a down moment, they just need those pick-me-ups. And the reason why this song is that pick-me-up moment is his first band, Something Corporate, was on a label called Drive-Thru Records. My first successful band got picked up by a subsidiary of Drive-Thru Records because Drive-Thru Records knew they were going out of business. So they were picking up, spending as much money as possible, signing every band they could, doing as many showcases as they could, because they knew they weren't going to be able to do anything with this money. They knew if they still had it, the banks were going to take it away. So they were looking for just to dump it. And so we did a lot of showcases, and we did a couple showcases with Something Corporate. So I got the chance to meet him, and he became one of, I guess, idols. So with him going through what he went through and then seeing him healthier now with his beautiful wife and his beautiful daughter, getting to live moments with him, this really became my pick-me-up, like the bottom of the barrel pick-me-up song.
Well, this will be perfect for us going off of our two downers. And
yeah. Here you go. This is Swim by Jack's Mannequin.
Wow.
All right, fellas, that was Swim by Jack's Mannequin.
Wow is right. And damn near perfect song, I think.
Yeah.
It's like one thing I was kind of like, it shows little pictures in this little videos, and I've always confused Jack's Mannequin with Ugly Kid Joe, like not the sound or anything, but when I was thinking of Jack's Mannequin, isn't that the dude with a weird like comb over long hair type of thing?
No.
Nope, that's not them.
He's a very prim and proper Southern Canadian or Southern Californian boy.
So many things they can
Cecilia's
go with this,
11 now, so it would have been about 12 years ago. He was doing an acoustic show, and he came to town. And when I say acoustic, Andrew plays piano. If you couldn't hear from that song, he just plays a stand-up Baldwin piano, the same piano he's had since he's been 17 years old. And it's just him at this venue in town, and there's maybe 100 of us there. Because, I mean, if I told you, Andrew McMahon's coming to town, a handful of people are going to know who it is. And really
Shane's brother?
Right?
Vince's son.
Vince's son. And so we're sitting there, and he played that song because he plays it a lot when he's on tour by himself. And after, he just looked at everybody, and he just put his head down, and kind of, you could see a tear roll down his face. And then he looked right at us and took a deep breath, and he goes, I've been cancer-free for 10 years, and I can finally say, fuck, that sucked. It's like, well, no shit.
It's cancer. I've been cancer-free for about 36 years now.
Right. But being able to finally say it, and it's one of those things, it's like,
I
to
didn't struggle as much as
finally
he did.
get it off your chest. Like I said before, he has a documentary called Dear Jack. And what that was supposed to be is basically a tour documentary about Jack's Mannequin. Like what they do on tour. They were getting ready to record their first album. And in the process of them doing all that, he ended up being diagnosed with leukemia. So it turned into a documentary about his treatment, his recovery, all the stuff that was going on. And there's 2 movies on this earth that if you want me to bawl my eyes out like a little baby, it is that. I know he's okay. I could call him right now on the phone.
Do it.
Hear his voice.
Let's do it.
Hear his voice and know he's okay. The other movie is 8 Seconds with Luke Perry.
We don't need all that backstory to just enjoy the song.
The song's fucking
Is that your
great.
topic too? No.
This is my first time ever hearing that song. There's very few songs out there that when I hear it for the first time hit me in a way. And I mean, it's like listening to that song makes me want to cry, and not like a sobbing bad cry, but like, wow, like this song really
accomplished, like we've made it.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
It's somebody out there really cares and they get it, and they wrote a song that hits everything. And I had my phone up because I was Shazamming it, just because sometimes that's the easiest way to remember songs. Like after like a week, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right, this song, and I'm going to add it to my playlist. But yeah, no, that's a very powerful song. And
yeah, there's a few lines in there. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a few lines in there. Like one of them talking about like, yeah, it's relatable to, I guess now, like we live in a heavy politicized world these days. One of the lines in there was like something about, you know, the politician not recognizing their flaws and stuff like that, but you have to keep swimming, you know, like the tidal wave coming to, was it destroy your love or something like that. And it's not necessarily like the person you love, but it's like the love that you have inside of you, and the tidal wave is coming. Like the pressure is rising above, but like you have to keep going type of thing. It's like right on. Like, you know, we don't have too many, or at least not enough influential people here that will tell you to stand your ground type of thing. Like to, not in that sense, but
right. And it's a love song that isn't specifically about a particular love. It's just your love. You can love lots of different things. It's not about a person. It's not about a job. It's not about a car. It's about your love. It's like, whatever you love.
Do you ever get confused about certain people? Like Robert Plant, the singer to The Cure, like all the love songs that he wrote is like, was that about a girl or a guy?
Robert Plant is about Fridays because you really like Fridays.
But no, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's just, and he just has a way with words. He's probably the second best lyricist I know of.
Ain't no way he's better than, fuck, what's the dude who came from here?
I know of.
What's the dude who came from here? Fuck, he's got two bands, his own self-name and Saddle Creek Records.
Oh, that helps.
My fucking friend's his drummer, Desperacidos. Connor Oberst.
Yes. Yeah.
Matt Baum is his drummer. Fuck that guy.
Ain't no way he's better than Connor Oberst.
It's like, man, just Connor Oberst. He's not good, but he's so fucking good.
It's one of those dudes who.
What is one of the songs?
You would know him probably
Bright Eyes.
Bright Eyes, yeah. Bright Eyes is his band, but his self-labeled stuff not as popular as Bright Eyes, the band. He's Omaha based, so at least was. I don't know if he still reps it, but kind of how like 311 did. It's like 311 was Omaha based, but like they lived in California for so long, they start repping California. Then they had to put on a free show here because he was losing a lot of hometown people. It's like, oh, we ain't California. But yeah, no, there's someone that I used to love. That's a totally different song.
Sorry, listeners. It's like, what is going on?
I'm looking at you real quick. I can't for the life of me. Kiss something.
Kiss from a Rose on a Grave.
Yeah, that's it. You wrote that.
Seal? Seal is from Omaha?
There's First Day of My Life.
Yeah, Best Day of My Life. Or First Day of My Life. Yeah, that's his hit.
Yeah, there is a song that I think you might like. Lover That I Don't Have to Love. That one was a pretty good one, too.
I'll compare you to a kiss from a rose on the wind.
Halai, 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 halai.
I pooped.
Halai, halai, halai.
All right. Well, yeah, that was our... Do we have to let him finish? Is he going to stop?
Oh.
You just peaked. The audio peaked. People's ears are bleeding. I peed. But yeah, no, that was our three songs. Like I said, find the
listen to them.
Links in the description below. We'll have them in there.
All songs. I promise next time we do it, I will not have the softest song.
You should you should call that Jack. He should be a call-in guest.
He probably won't do it. He's pretty shy, and the one he does do, he charges quite a bit.
Tell him to swim.
You know that song you did a bunch of years ago?
I got some Goombas I could send to his house. I can make him.
All right.
If you're feeling it.
So are we going on to my topic now?
Yeah, well, dude, that's all that's left. We just did Lonnie's two topics.
I need a pen, please.
The life of...
So I had a couple different topics.
Me too.
One was a little bit more of a serious topic, personalist type topic. The other one's kind of a fun one, and I went with the fun one. Figure save the personal one for another time.
Is it a downer? Is it upper? Downers? Siders?
Never mix uppers and downers.
Inners, outers?
Both. So we're going to play, it's a fun little game here.
Is it racist as well?
You guys will probably turn it into something racist, but it's kind of like a would you rather.
What does it taste like?
I came up with like some scenarios. Some of them are would you rather, and some are just different things. And you two are going to answer them. I'm not going to answer them.
Would you rather put your dick in A or
B? And you guys, when you answer these, I want you to like go above and beyond. Don't just be like, oh, I'd do this. Give a reason. Let's make this fun. Let's make it humorous. I have 10 of them.
Okay.
Some are a little messed up. Some might be stupid. They sounded good at the time. But we're going to start with this one. Would you rather be blind for a year or deaf for a year?
I think I would have to go with deaf. Because I can probably speak a little bit more sign language than I could. Nope, I could probably read lips better. But I'm more of a stronger visual person. And if Leslie Nielsen can fake being deaf for so long.
Was he?
For the last, 10, 15 years of his life, he was legally deaf.
Wow, I didn't know
Leslie Nielsen's dead?
Yeah.
Oh.
When did this happen?
I thought he's been dead a while. I thought it was like mid-200s or so.
Mid-200s, wow.
Yeah.
So when he was doing like the Naked Gun movies, he was
legally deaf.
Wow.
Yeah. And like his comedic timing still on point. Are we
Leslie Jones?
Yeah. But no, I think I would have to choose deaf. I could probably read lips.
Yeah, died 2010.
It sucks to not like listen to music, but I've been in that position before, and I know how it's kind of drove me crazy. Like the only thing I was able to listen to was like military cadences, and like I gone 9 months without hearing a song. And you don't appreciate it until you actually have it. But since I've been through that, I think sight will be a harder thing. Like I can't just...
You just don't want to listen to your wife.
I can't. That too. I can't beat off to audio. Like...
Yeah, you can.
I mean, you can.
I get off so much easier when I can have volume on the porn.
Like, can you at least turn it down?
What about you, Lonnie?
You know, this is a good question because I can't see worth a shit because I can't see color and I can't hear very well because I killed my ears.
Can't hear color either.
I can't hear color. I don't have synesthesia. I would probably have to be deaf because I wouldn't want to lose out on seeing Moxley accomplish stuff.
Yeah.
Me too. I'd love watching Moxley walk and stuff.
They're weird.
I mean, there's so many things I wouldn't want to miss. Even things that don't
I would love to be his gay uncle.
Like I love seeing sunsets. I really don't give too much shits about sunrises, but I love seeing sunsets.
You're not supposed to look at the sun.
Well, no shit. That's probably when my eyes are fucked.
Okay, so let's go to the next one.
So you're saying you'd rather be deaf going blind?
I'd rather be. Well, they're both going to happen probably eventually. Oh. But I'd rather have my eyes hold out longer than my ears.
I feel like we should, because we teach like a whole bunch of like languages in school and stuff. Like the primary ones are usually like Spanish, French, and
ASL should
something
definitely
like that.
be.
We do need to, because like people always like their hearing goes and stuff like that.
Fuck French.
Well,
exactly. Fuck French.
Fuck those peppers. We need
what?
Fuck the preppers. We need ASL. I think it should go Spanish ASL before anything else. Hands down.
How do you say the French? Never mind.
All right, next one. Would you rather have hiccups for the rest of your life or constantly feel like you have to sneeze for the rest of your life?
Oh my God.
When I expel a sneeze, half the time I don't. I can usually breathe it out. I can usually it's clear.
So you're going to be doing that for the rest of your life because it's not going away.
Yeah. I think people will get used to that instead of, that.
No, I don't think people, they'd be like trying to get
De Niro?
So the sneeze never happens, right?
The sneeze never happens. It's just constantly like it's there. You feel it and you're doing that.
I feel like, because if I'm already deaf.
No, you're normal at this point.
Okay. A new life.
He's just trying to.
So you want to feel like you have to constantly.
No, let me think about it. Go ahead, Lonnie.
I think my hiccups suck. Is it the hiccup burps or just the hiccups?
Like that.
Like, 'cause when I have a bad hiccup, I burp right afterwards.
I think there was like a Jerry Springer where the little girl had hiccups, and it was funny at first, but there was like so. You said for a year?
Yeah.
For a year.
I think I take the hiccups.
Well, no. They're both for the rest of your life. I'm sorry.
Oh, the rest of your life.
Well, you can end your life at any time, so that's cool.
Yeah, right. It's your choice.
Yeah.
But before that, what's going to be the cause of you ending your life?
Like, what if you hiccup and then you miss, and if it's like
just take your fucking nose off. I sneeze really hard, and I hiccup really bad. Like, fuck, this game is like cornered. Like, how would you like to live miserably for the rest of your life, not being able to hear and have hiccup? I'd have to take the hiccups.
Hiccups, I think too.
As long as they didn't,
Sneezes.
as long as they weren't the hiccup burps. Like, I'll hiccup and then like sometimes burp afterwards, and that is miserable.
Yeah, I rather because
I feel like that would do damage on your chest to hiccup
Absolutely.
that for the rest of your life.
Well, it
sometimes in your throat, it can definitely damage.
I
your
can
throat.
just hiccup, like I said, but having that sensation you're gonna sneeze the whole time.
But doesn't that sometimes feel orgasmic to you?
No, no, you're having some weird orgasms, bro.
Oh.
Does it feel good to sneeze?
But you can't get off then. It's like edging the whole time.
So you will never sneeze. Like none of them is actually gonna fire, huh?
You're just gonna constantly feel it. Like,
but like your eyes will water.
Nobody's ever done that except for your cartoon characters.
I think you could probably like end up like
put your finger like.
Because if you're trying to sneeze but not actually sneezing, and then you yawn or something like that, like you might swallow your tongue or something.
If people could see the fucking expressions and facial things going on in here right now, oh my
you have
God.
to put yourself in the
John
position.
fucking walks in.
You're both deaf and sneeze. Hiccup.
Yeah, plus you can't fucking hear, so you.
What's wrong with him?
Oh my God! Okay.
Can you imagine like going in public?
Deaf
Like,
and hiccups.
and sir, what would you have? Inappropriate.
Oh man!
Do you prep your your sneezes?
What's that?
Do you like audibly prep your sneezes?
shit.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. Nobody does that.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just
How do you prepare for a sneeze then?
like some
what are
people
you
are like.
supposed to do? Like, oh, okay, give me space.
It's like when I
Give me
feel
space.
when I feel a
Oh my
sneeze
God.
coming, I usually try to swallow all of my spit because nothing's worse than like a wet sneeze.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can think of a couple things worse than a wet sneeze, like the fucking Holocaust. Wet socks.
No, I think the sneeze is worse than
Wet
what was the first one?
Holocaust and wet socks.
Well,
That sounds like a fucking name of a podcast.
most people associate it with the Holocaust had wet
A
socks.
dry hand job.
If
There's
they had-
plenty of things worse
Holy
than a
shit.
sneeze.
Okay.
But no, like fuck, what was I gonna say? You made me lose it. Damn it! Like when you prep it, when you prep your sneeze, like some people are like, like they have the nothing
That's
comes.
not a sneeze. That's something else.
I'm talking about dick sneezes.
Huh? Have you ever tried
Should have ended on
peeing,
these two.
peeing and sneezing at the time?
Dude,
same
it's
time?
like a fucking squirt gun. Like,
Well, since it's relaxed like that, and it's like your butt will fly out like a prolapse butthole, like you'll have like a little tail and you have to tuck it back in.
What is happening?
All right,
All I
next.
asked is if you wanted hiccups or sneezing for the rest of your life.
So no, I would not want a prolapse
Okay.
butthole.
All right, so next one. Would you rather have $5 million now or $100 million in 20 years?
$5 million now I can invest in totally make more than.
Writing that, I knew that you were going to say something about investing in that stupid app or whatever.
It's, you just put it into the stock market and stuff like that. I mean, like with every 10 years, it pretty much goes up. It's proven.
oh, I would absolutely take it now because I don't know if I'm going to live 20 more years.
Let's say you were going to live 20 years. You knew you were.
I would spend it instantly.
Yeah, drugs and hookers.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already deaf and I'm already hiccuping. So might as well have money to go with it.
You probably fix your,
Oh, got all this
fix your condition.
All right, next one. Would you rather get $1 every time you complimented a stranger or $10 every time you insulted a stranger in the most meanest way possible?
Either way, I'm rich, bitch.
What was the second one? Insult a stranger?
Yeah.
Okay.
$10 every time you
Absolutely the
insult a
worst way.
stranger in the meanest possible way.
When you talk to a stranger, are you now friends?
No.
So you can't like,
No.
It's
Can't
just the
kiss and make
it's just
up.
the idea of, do you want to compliment people for less money or just insult the shit out of them for more money?
because I feel like if you see the same people over and over, like you're kind of acquainted to them. They're not necessarily strangers
Let's
anymore.
say,
Even if you don't know the
let's say
name.
you're in New York, you're walking the busy Times Square.
I'm
area.
walking here.
You're not going to see the same person.
I
You're
might.
going to see a lot of people. Are you going to insult them or are you going to compliment them and get less money for complimenting
Could
them?
you do both?
Do
Could you
animals count?
compliment
No,
them in
you
a
can only-
condescending way?
You can only do either compliment
Oh
them.
shit,
in
he's
the
trying to
nicest-
double up. That's fucked up.
Could you be like, nice fucking hat, bro, when they're
Nope.
not wearing a hat?
No,
Yeah.
nope.
Insults
It's
that.
got to be a the meanest insult or the nicest, most genuine.
You can't be like, you got an ugly giant fucking dick, bro.
Nope.
Damn.
We'll find out what kind of people you are.
Well, you know I'm gonna compliment people.
Okay.
Well, if I'm,
really, I thought you were going to go the other
No,
way.
you know I'd have
I'm
to compliment
big. Okay.
people.
I would probably do the compliment, and then I would give them the $1.
You fucking liar.
Yeah.
You
God,
guys.
that's such a fucking horseshit answer.
It is.
I'm a very nice guy. I'm a nice guy.
Sure.
Give them a $1.
Yeah.
That's more of a
Because I
Jew
got a
answer
$1,
than mine
and I didn't
was.
need it.
So you're going to compliment them, give them the $1, and then insult them and get $10.
Oh shit! I got a
I
little
can
racket
see-
going on here. I could do
see
that.
Insult someone for the $10, giving them $1 to make up for the insult.
At least
and keep it
half.
9.
You're still at 5, and you got a day's work left. So
Well, you know
9.
what? You know what,
Giving
Justin?
them $5.
Justin,
Jeez.
we might put this to the test. We have a punishment coming up from you.
am I getting money?
You may have to.
That's sweet.
No,
Oh,
we may change it to where you have to insult people in the meanest way possible for $1 and then give them that $1. Lonnie, I think we just cut our punishment for
For $1?
yeah. Go on.
We will have all the dollars for you. We'll have $10. You have to insult 10 people in the meanest way possible and then give them $1.
At
And
the
we
strip
choose.
club.
We choose whether it's a suitable insult or
Yes.
I'm not good at insults. I'm too nice of a guy.
Yeah, he would put like too much production value in it, like he did with
Guess
this
what?
clickbait thing.
Let me build it up for you.
All right, so let's move on to this one. Would you rather lose your sex organs forever
not. Not married over.
or gain 200 pounds for the rest of your life?
I think both of those happened.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
no.
hold on. Gain 200 pounds, as in like
Like you're gonna
continuously gaining 200 pounds, so you're like a blob.
You're going to gain 200 pounds,
Just
and like whatever you are right now, add 200 pounds to that, and that's what you're going to be for the rest of your life. Or do you want to lose your sex organs forever?
like my organs, like bum 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 bum.
I'm not even going to.
If that's
Answer
how
that.
if that's how you do it.
I play organs when I'm getting it on.
The sex organs.
What's it going to be? Is it off with the pee-pee?
Well, if you gain 200 pounds, I feel like
You're never going to see your sex organ again.
yeah, it's pretty much lost.
If I give you my sex organ, can I lose 200 pounds?
Well, if you give me your sex organ, you definitely are losing 200
I don't.
pounds.
Can you check to see if it's still there?
Otherwise, you can use your excess fat to shape into a new organ.
No, you can't. Trust
How is-
me.
I mean, you can. Usable, maybe not, but
Not going to be able to jizz.
yeah, you won't be able to use it. It's not going to be usable for you.
It's
For
flaccid all the time.
yeah, you can put your thumb next to it, use it as like a little splint, and
Sometimes you roll over and you're like, not getting all the way over. Oh, hard. Yeah.
So what's it going to be, gentlemen?
I guess I'll have to. Since I'm a nice guy, who left?
I think my sister's here.
John?
Oh, it wasn't John, but
No, I think I would have to do. Well,
It's harder than you thought.
hold on.
you're
So I
thinking
can't.
way too hard about this, man.
You said I would have to maintain that 200 pounds. Like I cannot
your
lose
dick
it.
No,
that
you can't
important
lose
to
it.
Yeah.
You're 200 pounds heavier than you are right now for the rest of your life, no matter
So
what.
you'd be like 395.
So even if I fasted,
380.
it's pointless.
Yeah,
I can't.
it's pointless.
Oh,
You're-
jeez.
You're going to be fat.
I'm gonna be fat
You
fasted.
can lose your existing weight. So say right now.
Oh,
you're-
so I can just drop back down to 200.
No, you can't.
I can just
you
maintain
can't-
that
you
200.
You can't
You-
lose any weight.
So no, let's think about this a little bit. So
No.
right
Hold
now,
on. You said
So
just
say
gain
right now-
200 pounds?
So say right now you're like 190 pounds. You go up to 390.
You're
You
staying
can
at
lose
390.
from the
Boom.
original 190.
I
So
think
you
I
could
would
go
just-
to like 360.
I think, yeah, I'll take on the 200 pounds of pure muscle.
Okay, Lonnie.
Oh, take my cock.
That's going to be, that audio clip is going to be used down the line by Justin somehow.
Take the.
It was a clean audio.
I'll say it cleaner. I gotta have clear silence on both ends. Hold on, 2 seconds clear. Take my cock.
That's
Thank you.
going to be the title of our next song. Take my cock. All right. Would you rather know the date of your death or know the cause of your death?
Oh, man.
Well, if you have the date, you have a time frame to look forward to. You can have all the arrangements, but it's still going to be dreadful. If you know the cause of it, everything that's consistent with that is going to be, you're going to be paranoid a lot more. I think knowing the date, that way I can let everybody know. Say, hey, my expiration on my ID expires here soon. So,
and I'll be like, sorry, I work that day.
How in depth do you know both of, like, do you know the exact second?
Like the time?
Yeah.
Do you know
sweet.
How exact do you know the way you die? Like, you get shot by this person?
No, because that's basically the other option is the cause of your death.
No. I know. I'm like, exact time now going to the other side.
Oh.
Like, do you know exactly how you're going to die?
Yep.
Oh, man. I think I'd rather know exactly how you're going to die. Be like, Justin's going to stab me in the dick. Like, okay, don't be around Justin.
You already gave your dick away.
But it's there's no working around it.
Oh, so I'm pretty much immortal.
So it's final destination.
Yeah, you know, like if Justin's stabbing you in your dick, then you're getting stabbed in your dick and you're dying. Like, you can't, like, I'm going to leave the country and never see Justin
What
again.
if I cut my dick off?
Then I guess you die early.
You already did.
The knife will be dull and you won't be able to do it. You're like, no.
I've seen Justin almost die of a cut off dick. These things happen.
So you're saying, like, you're pretty much immortal? Like, if you jumped out of a plane and it's not your day, you're still going to be alive?
Good question.
You're going to be paralyzed and just wait for that day?
Sure.
You're
yeah.
a vegetable in a room.
Yeah.
Those are things you got to think about.
Huh. I think
It won't kill you, but it might paralyze you.
Yeah, you find out your death time is 11:11. You're like, motherfuckers.
God, that would be, and that would be by a shopping cart labeled.
You saw that, did you?
I did. All right, so I got one more would you rather, and then I got 3 scenarios for you.
Okay.
All right, would you rather drown to death or burn to death?
Ugh. I'm going to say right now, drowned.
Drown.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Burning, you'll feel it. With drowning, it's just that gulp and you'll pass out.
Because with burning, I think you'd go numb after a while.
Yeah,
You will.
Your nerve
But you'll be
endings
conscious
will die.
longer.
You'll actually die slower with drowning.
I think
slower with drowning. So you want to?
Yeah.
You both said drowning. You want to take your time with it.
I think
you'd lose consciousness faster with drowning.
Yeah, because you won't feel it. Like, it won't be painful. It would just be like more panicked and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think I'd want to be caught on fire because you could take out more people if you're burning.
You're taking people down with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you say fire or burn to death, meaning like you are under fire.
The fuck do you mean?
Can I come back? As
Are you drowning in fire?
You're on fire.
You're on fire. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah.
What do you think burn to death means?
Well, I mean, you could be like a sunburn or something like that.
Yeah,
to
you
death.
got sunburned to death.
Yeah.
Whatever, bro.
You are
You know,
covered
like,
in flames.
My vitamin C levels are.
You are trapped in a car that's on fire and your
Rising.
body is engulfed.
Does spontaneous combustion count as burning? Because
I don't care how you get there. You're just on fire and you're dying from it.
Can I come back as a dream demon and kill teenagers?
like I will look like a
Absolutely.
phoenix
Then
for a
100%
second.
I want to be on fire.
Nice.
No, I think I would want to be on fire. I think you'd be more peaceful at death because your nerve endings would die quicker. Like I said, I think
It just
drown-
depends on the grade of fire, though. Is it going to be like green fire? Can you see green?
No, I can't see green.
You can't see green or red or shades of blue.
No, I can't. Fuck you. Everything is gray.
So
I can
sorry.
see yellow, so I can see when the fire's burning.
So you know if you're hydrated or not.
Yeah.
50 Shades of Grey is his favorite movie. It's the most color you've seen.
I would like to drown, but if it was like cold or hot weather type of thing, I'd rather die in extreme heat. That's not the scenario, but
No,
I
it's
just want to
not.
throw that out there because you will have a future scenario.
So you want to drown to death.
Yeah.
You want to burn to
Oh,
death.
I'd rather burn.
yeah, can we make this happen now or
That's your punishment.
yeah, let's do it.
All these questions are helping me for your punishment.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be the worst fear-filled.
Huh.
I think both are just.
I'm
awful
deathly
Right.
afraid of foursomes.
with guys. Okay, guys.
So he wants 6 sets of balls or 6 balls bouncing off his face.
Yes.
All
All right.
right.
Yeah.
So now here's a question: if someone you know that you were close to, whether it be a friend or a family member or a close one, committed a gruesome murder, would you help them cover it up?
How close are we?
Super close.
Absolutely.
Well, this is what I'd done, or would do. I would probably, yeah, I can probably contact my uncle, Frankie Frenchetti. Frankie killed the children to Frenchetti, and we can cover something up.
Kill the family to Frenchetti.
So you both would help them.
I've done a favor upstate a few times, so I'm owed. So yeah, I can cover
Upstate
it.
Nebraska?
No. Yeah.
Like,
Depends.
are you talking fucking Blair?
Scott's Bluff.
Scottsbluff. I've helped a guy. I've whacked a guy in Grand Rapids, or Gretna, or whatever.
Depends on, like, okay, I'm very close to the person. Would I help them cover it up?
And the person they killed didn't do any. They weren't a bad person.
They just, I'm gonna kill this man.
Yeah.
I just accidentally sneezed on them.
Not accidentally. They planned this and just murdered the shit out of them. Like they snapped or something.
Huh.
Are they gonna continue murdering, or is this just a one-time thing?
One time.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's allowed a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay. With that being said, fellas, something I have to tell you.
Well,
you notice John's not here.
Oh yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I'm Chris Hendricks.
So you guys would be,
This is to
you
catch a
technically would
predator.
be good friends, but you're to that person, you're just.
Well, even people
you're putting yourself at jeopardy now.
Our morals are good. Well, you got to think about it. Like, where does your loyalty and your charity better than your honesty? Like, where is your
morals,
your center at?
Yeah. Even people that I'm really close to, I don't think I would, depending on who it is, I don't think I would try to hide a body or get rid of a body with them. Plus, today's day and age, I mean, you can see people putting their stuff in a pickup truck in the neighbor's Ring doorbell type of thing. Like, there's cameras everywhere, so it's hard to get away with something like that. Your evidence is everywhere, so.
Yeah, I guess it'd be one of the assess the situations, but I think
I'd be like, dude, don't tell me that shit.
I think it would be one of those scenarios where what is the percentage chance of getting busted? And don't take this the wrong way. In our two scenarios, if I was in your scenario, it wouldn't be a decision at all. It'd be a snap, absolutely, let's do this shit. Being in our current scenarios where we have more at risk, it would take more of a...
Yeah, we got family to think about, so...
It would be more of a...
Are you about to cry?
Can you play that Jack Mannequin song?
It would be more of a have to assess the situation. Like 20-year-old me, fuck yeah, let's go hide bodies.
This one time I was walking home from school, and my brother, we went to his house first, his dad's place, and we were carrying our backpacks, and he was going to spend the night over at my house. So he got a blanket and some other stuff he put in his backpack. I was like, well, let's just go across, Saddle Creek and Cummings and stuff like that, carrying our backpacks inside the blanket. So we're like carrying the blanket, looks like we're carrying a body, and some guy stops us. He's like, is that a body? Like, mind your business. And yeah, what's that?
Why? You snapped your head over at me like,
I got nothing else. And then and then it was a body.
Okay.
It was not a body. It was two backpacks. Yeah, we were doing our homework.
Hit a button, Lonnie.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So we got two left for you guys.
Okay.
All right. If you witnessed to find out, I was going to do a clickbait. And say, okay. If you witnessed a murder that was just horrifying beyond words, and the person that did it saw you witness it, would you go to the police or keep your mouth shut?
Depends on who are they. Depends on who they are.
You don't know them.
All right.
But they saw you.
Am I working?
Doesn't matter.
It does, because I'm easier to find if I'm working.
I don't know. I didn't think that detailed into it. Yeah, you're working at Applebee's on your second shift. No, you just witnessed somebody murder somebody in a very gruesome way, and they saw you.
I'd be like, hey, I will keep my mouth shut for $7 and 2 chicken McNuggets. So let's make it happen.
Okay.
I'd probably keep my mouth shut. There's enough people on this earth as is. I don't need to know the dead person's backstory.
Yeah, whoever, if he just got murdered, he fucked up.
Oh, so you're keeping your mouth shut.
Yeah.
You're doing the same?
I would have to say, yeah.
Okay.
If it's a random stranger that has no purpose in my life,
I'm a bystander. I'm a bystander effect. All my values and stuff go out the window when I'm in a sticky situation.
All right. Well, let's move on to the final one. This one's going to be a little bit more of a thought process for you, gentlemen.
I would be Mountain and he would be Brokeback.
All right. That's this week's episode. All right. So if there was a zombie apocalypse and the three of us were stuck together in it,
like centipede style,
I would definitely eat you first.
Who would die first and why? And which one would survive and why?
With three of us?
So there's three of us in a zombie apocalypse by ourselves. Who do you think would be the first one to die and why? And who do you think is going to be the lone survivor? Like the other one's going to die, but they're not going to be the first to die. But who's going to be the lone survivor and why?
I already have my answer.
All right, let's hear it.
Justin dies first.
Damn it. Why?
Because you are too
survivally?
You are too cocksure.
I don't want to say that.
You are the one. It is one of your major attributes that you have is you are a protector.
I'm a risk taker.
Yes. You are too sure of yourself, which it would get you in trouble. So then it would be down to just me and Jeremy having to fare for ourselves. And Jeremy has more real life experience than I do.
What kind of zombies are these? Are they like Z-Day?
They're fucking...
Like, are they up to, 30 days?
It doesn't matter. They're zombies. It's a zombie apocalypse.
All right.
So what now?
And then it would come down to me and you.
Yeah.
And you have more actual real life experience than I do. But it comes down to who would die first when we don't have our medications.
Oh man,
that's an easy one.
I gotta take a pill twice a day to keep my ticker going.
So it's like will your heart give out first, or will my mental illness kick in too much? So
like,
by the 7th day of no medication,
should I fucking kill him?
I'm a zombie.
Should I fucking kill him?
I don't know. Should I shoot him in the head?
He's moving. Bang.
So I think your real life experience would help you survive more than mine. So I think you would be the survivor.
I hear that, Justin.
Oh, that was just his answer.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yours. I can only imagine what your answer is going to be.
Let me hear what you think my answer would be.
I'm not swaying your answer. I want to hear your answer.
I have an answer, but I just want to hear what your answer would be of me so I can steal part of it and then relay it back in different words so it sounds more like my answer.
Let's hear it.
So, let's hear it. I think, all right, since I wouldn't agree with like the cocksure type of thing. Like, I feel like I might have a little bit more experience when it comes to physicalities, getting away. Like, if a zombie apocalypse happened, I would definitely climb. I would definitely go up. As far as I know, I can have different avenues.
So you made a muscle there when you were like,
"You're going up."
That's what's going to get you killed.
You're going up where there's no food,
and then I will. There's food in trees.
Just fucking karate chops.
I would be up in a banana tree, peeing
all
on
the banana trees in Nebraska.
Cocky. What? So who's dying first?
So, and I think Lonnie would die first. I'm sorry, Lonnie. I would probably kill you though. So, no. Hold on.
It's a delicacy.
And then I can get some yid. Go. Try this yid meat.
So Lonnie's dead. It's me and you.
No, I think I would probably kill you. I love you, but I have to kill you.
Why would you kill other people?
Yeah, what's the point of that?
They're just
that's why I'm saying he would fucking die instantly because he'd be like, I'm gonna kill everyone.
Yeah, it's kind of like
10 zombies.
Have you ever played the Oregon Trail and you have to kill Sacagawea first off because she's just dead weight. She's holding you back, so you got to go, right?
Why do you?
That's how.
Why would I be holding you back?
Oh man.
So you're saying Lonnie's gonna die first, and then I'm dying and you're surviving.
So he's just basically
because you're killing.
He's killing us.
Yeah, softly.
Wow. So you want to talk about a conceited fuck right here?
No, it's not. It's not about conceit. It's because it's love.
It's selfishness.
Because
we're in a zombie apocalypse and all you care about is your fucking self.
No, I'm swimming for you guys.
You're gonna climb trees
because I have to make sure I can find a cure. I will secure you guys.
You're gonna excrete us onto zombies.
I'm just telling you right
Yes.
now, you're the fuck. If you kill me and when I come back as a zombie, I'm fucking killing you.
I won't turn. There's too much garlic.
Yeah. It's not vampires.
It's like vampires.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I agree. I think Justin would be the first to die because I see you as being the cocky one that's going to go out and you're going to do all these like,
I'm not gonna do-
you're going to karate kick them and stuff like that. And you're going to mess up or they're just going to engulf you. And you're going to go out as a badass. We'll just say that. Now I haven't really thought much about who would survive out of you and I. My gut goes towards you because it's just like, I feel like you've watched more zombie flicks than I have, so you might have
seen a couple.
You might have a better understanding because I mean, people laugh, but if the zombie apocalypse happened, you're gonna wish you were watching those movies to see how they did it.
Right.
But yeah, I think that I'd fuck up out at some point. Like at first, I think I'd be smart, but the longer it goes on, I feel like I would fuck up somewhere.
I think inevitably you would have to fuck up. Like,
Yeah.
there's no perfect scenario.
I think it would like accidentally, like your back would just go out and like, fuck. Just go.
You're gonna run out of supplies.
I won't catch you.
You're gonna run out of clean water. Like there is no one's gonna survive. Like it's hold up until you die is basically the scenario.
Did I tell you my idea for a zombie film
No.
that takes place on like a oil rig in the middle of the ocean? Like people know that there's a zombie apocalypse, so they take their boat out to an oil rig and they have food supply to last them for years. But what they don't understand is that the zombies are dead, so they can go underwater, and they slowly over time made their way out to the oil rig. And so now,
like Pirates of the Caribbean.
No,
they walked underwater. Though.
Well, I guess in that aspect, but now it's just like, what would you do? Because like their boat got destroyed.
Right.
Whatever, because it's been there for so long, and they didn't think that they would get caught out there. So now they're stuck in the middle of the ocean with all these zombies that made their way to them.
That was
I would climb up into the crow's nest
and try to pickpocket them all. That was one of my favorite scenes. Like one of the iconic zombie movies is Zombie with an I, ZOMBI, or for its international title is White Zombie. There's a part where a zombie is underwater trying to eat a shark. It's just fucking fantastic. But speaking of zombie movies, on my horror movie binge I've been watching, I watched one called Cooties.
I've heard of that.
With Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
It is fucking great. It is.
Is it Elijah Wood or is it?
It's no, it's not Frodo. No. Let me look. I'm pretty sure it's Harry Potter.
We did that last time, and if you listen to that last one, I corrected you.
Yeah, it's Elijah Wood, and it's got Rainn Wilson, and it's great. It's a horror comedy that specializes more in the horror than the comedy, but it's directed by Leo Whannell, the guy who did Saw 1.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking good.
Oh.
But it's funny enough.
And Dwight's in it.
Yeah, and it's funny enough. It's got Jack Breyer in it.
Okay.
So it's got great comedic actors in it who are put in a horror movie. So they're still doing the horror role, but it's done in such a funny way. I think it's what you, and plug to our other podcast, the Boundless Podtrap movie podcast. Last episode, we talked about The Dead Don't Die. I think it's what you expected The Dead Don't Die to be. I think this movie is what you thought The Dead Don't Die was supposed to be.
And where is it at? Where can you watch it?
I watched it on Tubi. I think I've also seen it on Hulu, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah, it's great. Came out in 2014.
Well, speaking of, since that's the end of my thing, you'll join us next week for our BPT movie review. We're going to be doing Justin. Tell us what movie we're reviewing.
We are going to be reviewing, is it 1994? 95's The Passion of Darkly Noon, starring Brendan Fraser and Ashley Judd.
And Viggo Mortensen.
And Vigo.
Yeah. He squashes you like flies. You're like flies to him.
That's going to be an interesting one, Justin. I feel like you were going to have a lot to say about that one. This is your pick.
I have like a sentence or two that I might.
I mean,
down.
if you would have told me to watch this movie or if I would have just watched this movie without you telling me to watch it, 5 seconds into it, I'd be like, this is a Justin movie. I know. That's the kind of movie it is.
I watched it twice.
Nice.
I had to watch it twice. I watched the first half hour, and then somebody came over and was talking to me, and it was just on the background, so I had to watch it again. And yeah, it'll be interesting to talk about that one.
Boom. Well,
episode 21's done.
021 of the BPT.
That's crazy.
021.
I feel like we were just doing episode 1 talking about pyramid schemes. And
We can go back to that.
no,
I feel like
no.
I'm talking.
Ladies, quick thing. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to reveal what Justin's punishment is.
Oh,
Stay
shit.
tuned for
And when
that.
it's happening.
I already did it.
No, being
Son, you have not done shite yet.
Oh,
the gears are turning.
wait. You guys don't have it down yet?
We're gonna have
We
it.
we had an idea, but it was too mean.
All right.
We've
And
had several ideas.
We couldn't rent an alligator for cheap enough.
and a lot of them, the ideas I had are expensive, but would probably be worth it. So.
She's worth it.
I mean, it's really expensive to put tits on a man.
Not as expensive as I thought with the coupon.
They did that on MTV.
They did Groupons.
Yeah.
Buy one tit, get a second tit free.
Well, thank you guys for listening. Streaming on your platform of choice. Links all in the episode description. Come back in 2 weeks for the next Boundless Pod Trap 022. We're going to wear tutus for tutu.
Can we?
We can.
I got some at work.
And how? Yeah. Thanks again, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode. Join us next time for more absurdity that only the guys from the Boundless Pod Trap can bring you.